Because the Most High, when he would tell us to observe these commandments, which are not grievous, but when he said to follow them, you had to be ready, because war could have came upon the land at that time. But y'all people, y'all want to constantly unbutton your zipper or unzip your zipper and sit out with your stomach hanging out with a bunch of food in you. Y'all want to be comfortable. But that's that seducing spirit, because the seducing spirit, you're gonna be like, oh man, oh, that feels good. And that's what Easter is. Versus Passover, the real Passover, it's a beautiful holiday. It's a day of mourning. But when you're doing that, what do you gotta eat? Bitter herbs. You gotta have your shoes tight, your belt lashed up, your sword with you, and you gotta eat in haste. Make a little stomach ache, I don't know. But the point is, you gotta be ready. Versus at Easter, you can just sit back. Be ready to have a sword put in your stomach.
But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
Right, the end of her is dead. That's what the end of these doctrines are. We've been telling you, you continue to serve Easter, the doctrine of Semiramis, you're gonna die. Because you get that from your churches, your grandmother, your pappies, whatever. And they don't know what you're talking about. True wisdom cries out on the streets. And that's where the true doctrine is going to be revealed at. Good doctrine. By Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
And her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell.
Right, her steps again? What did I say?
Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell.
Right, see, like when you go down, like it's an example, when you walk downstairs, it's not all at once. It takes a time for you to get down those steps. Same way with these doctrines. Y'all slowly start worshiping more and more wicked things. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to come out on Discovery Channel with some new discovery about Easter that you gotta worship next Easter, man, or today, you know? It's really, man, y'all about to commit, like I said, y'all about to do a whole lot of evil works today. Or tomorrow, my bad. But Saturday, they love to celebrate Saturday and Sunday, you know? But y'all getting ready to go down the steps of the hell. Yeah. You know, like this brother showed us this movie. I think the other brother, Kazak, talked about it last week, Eyes Wide Shut. You know, there was a dark, I could feel it through the movie, a dark presence in that building that Tom Cruise walked into, you know? And it was especially for those wicked people. And that's what y'all are doing, man. Y'all are bringing down a dark presence upon San Angelo today. I can guarantee you, man, me and his brother, we're not gonna be outside tonight. And we do it because we're fellowshipping with each other. And we're gonna be taking heed, be ready. You know? But that's what's going on, man. Y'all are walking in the ways of death. Like the brother said, there's your heart is desperate. Your heart is deceitful above all things. And the scriptures say in Proverbs that the ways of a man, or that there is a way that is right unto man, but are the ways of death. That's why the brother said you gotta search. You gotta seek out. What are you really worshiping? And what we're telling you today is y'all worshiping a wicked holiday, Easter. And y'all don't care. Like it said in Jeremiah. Y'all know it's wicked, but y'all want to continue to do it.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 32. Now therefore hearken unto me, all ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Right, and y'all people love death. And one thing I wanted to bring out is that blessed are these men that observe my ways and keep them. Because we're already telling you every Saturday, this truth is not easy to find. I mean, it is. We're out in the open, but to get the understanding, it's not easy to get. Because there's so many doctrines, so many men who claim they got the truth, so many people saying, I know God or I love God. That's why the Most High is going to make it a scarce thing to really get the real understanding. And y'all people, the whole earth really thinks they got the truth, you know? But like the scripture said, the Spirit bear witness. We know this is true. We know Easter's a wicked holiday because we typed it up. We researched. We didn't just take up one man's words and know Easter's a good day. No, we studied. Easter's a wicked holiday.
This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Right, and like I was saying, it took over time. And they constantly kept putting it, kept pressing upon you, do it this way, do it that way. Which, that's how the world is. Like today, if you don't observe Easter, the world thinks you're crazy. Like with our families in particular, man. Like last night, I was talking to my step-parents, and they were like, what you gonna do for Easter? And I laughed at them. And I was like, you already know I don't celebrate it. Like, well, for the baby. I was like, I just told you, man. Like, the baby ain't gonna be doing nothing, but they press it on you. Like I said, beware lest any man spoil you through vain tradition and philosophies. You know?
After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right, after the world. And what do we always bring out of James? That of being a friend of the world, you're an enemy of the Most High. So that's why you gotta beware, which we don't care, man. Y'all can go ahead, y'all can be with that. But we gotta warn you. And we gotta continually do it, even if y'all don't wanna hear. But the scripture is saying to beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
And not after Christ.
And not after Christ.
Because the knowledge, Yahweh Shai, comes from written about in a book. So you got to follow after him. That's how you follow him, is through his word. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you will be able to knock out these lies, the wiles of the devil. Because Easter is the wile of the devil. It's one of his darts to get you to fall and to be destroyed. Being partakers at a devil's table. That's what 230 you Negro and Latinos do, man. Y'all dine with devils on these holidays. Y'all don't even know because it's all spiritual. But that's why y'all can't get this truth, because y'all not spiritual, because you can't even see the spiritual aspect of these wicked origins or holidays. But y'all still claim yourself to be spiritual. But if y'all were spiritual, y'all would know not to follow the way after the heathen, nor to be a friend of the world. Right. Meaning that you got to strip away from your old ways, from doing birthdays, Thanksgiving. You ain't gonna be partakers of one another, none of that stuff.
And if I can say this real quick to the camera, because now, I mean, we got a camera now, but to anyone, any brother or any man who's seeking truth that's out there, and you go on YouTube, and if you see our clips, I just want you to take a look at, just observe like we're supposed to do around the world. Observe today, how many people do you see going to the markets getting ready for Easter? Versus if you come and you try to look for all the brethren. You know, like, just take a minute and look at how many men you see doing what we're doing, and compare that to all the people in the world today, and see which outweighs what. Because the scriptures say that many shall follow the pernicious ways, and that this truth is scarce. Few are chosen, man. So just take a look at how many more people you see in the world who think they got the truth and they think they're with the Most High versus the ones who are actually out here today and not doing the things of this world. You know.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Right, like I said, like look at just into the world, look at all you people, look at how many great number of people are out in the world today celebrating this holiday. But if you want to look at the ones who think or you want to look at the ones who you call crazy, us, look at how many you don't see doing that or celebrating the holiday. Like I'm trying to say it more clear, just take the number of the men who are working in the truth, man, doing the work, versus the ones versus all the men and women out in the world today. You'll see that this number of the brethren who are out here is very small compared to everybody celebrating this holiday.
Right, and that's how we know also this is the truth, because we don't observe these holidays. And the Most High, Yahweh Shai, said anything that's highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't exalted. Us coming on the highways and the byways, this ain't nobody wants to do it. No one wants to come out and do this work and sacrifice what they go through. You know, everybody else is comfortable getting ready to do what they want, feeling good. You know, that's what the brother's trying to explain to you. That you know, weigh it out and see who has the truth. The world don't got the truth. Those brothers have the truth out here. Starting all the way up from the elders of GMS to Elder Tahar, all the way down to the brothers that are here, truth and sincerity. You know, this work that we do, it's not pleasing to people. That's why people they ain't dancing and rejoicing, seeing us. That's why Isaiah said, "Woe unto you that call good evil and evil good," because when Yahushua came into the scene, they didn't even know he was a Messiah. They didn't know he was the Son of the Most High. That's why they had him crucified. At least if they did know him, they wouldn't have done that. But it was all prophecy that if it was going to fall that way. But what he was doing wasn't highly esteemed. They hated him for it, just like everybody else hates us. When you come out here and do this truth, and I say this to the ones that are fairly coming into it new, that man, you're going to be hated. You're gonna be ignored. Your friends are gonna separate themselves from you. Your parents might even kick you out the house, might cast you out as a unfilthy thing, a filthy thing.
Say you're in a cult.
Yeah, they start saying things like that. You're part of cult.
Or that your brother, or that the brother that brought you in, whoever brought you in, brainwashed you, man.
Yeah, we're brainwashed. But we are brainwashed because it's a washing of the mind. That's where the spirit begins, in the mind. But they're ignorant. They don't know, man. And Yahushua, you got to be reborn again, the washing of the word. So yeah, your mind's going to be cleansed with all that wicked thoughts, wicked ways, your own ways. And that's the reality when you come into this truth. But compared to the things of the world, everything that the world does, they love each other. It's exalted. It's honored.
Brother said, they love death, man. Like I was just saying, man, there's actually demons out there, man. People with the demon spirit on them, man, that they are, like today, man, we may get a demon, man, that comes up and try to hurt us again because of what we're saying about Easter. We get it, all the brothers get it, man. That's why he said it's not an easy thing. There's men, or not real men, but there's men out here that will actually have a little fit when we tell them Easter's a wicked holiday. I've already been seeing it a few times, man. Some of these men over here stop whenever we were saying Easter's wicked, you know, but that's just, no, but like you said, this is not an easy thing, man. It's easy in the sense like you get used to it, but you gotta beware all the time.
And that's why Isaiah said that the prophets, the people, the children, the rebellious people, tell the seers and the prophets to prophesy to them lies, smooth things, because that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. And another thing like the brother was saying earlier, this truth is scarce. And when the truth starts coming out, these roaches, these foul creatures, they start getting irritated. They start getting irritated, and they want to attack, or they scurry away into the dark. They don't want to hear the word no more. Go ahead.
This is John 3 and 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hated the light.
Right, for everyone that does evil hates the light. That's why when, like the brother's saying, we can look in their faces and tell that they're getting offended. They don't like that we're speaking against Easter, or we speak against Christmas, or we speak against that white image, Jesus Christ. We can see it in their faces, man, that they get offended, that they hate us. Why? Because we speak the truth. And that's what Paul said in Galatians. Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? But that's the reality of when you come into this, doing the work for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to be hated. And that's part of your job. Our job is to cast down these wicked holidays and to speak against great kingdoms, like all the prophets did. And I don't say that I'm a prophet, but that's these men, the apostles, Yahushai, and all the prophets, they are examples, our forefathers, on what we should do. And regardless if we make it, if it's like I said, we don't point at individual people. If it's generalized, people are gonna get offended regardless, and it's gonna become a personal thing. It's not like saying I got a problem with him, but they got a problem with us because we speak the truth. And what we got to rebuke and prove that they're wrong, well not. That we got to continue to speak the truth.
And one more thing, like you've been hearing me really lately when we come out, not for the brethren to justify ourselves or nothing, but I've been bringing out. We've been coming out here for the last going on 4 years now, man. And I'm not saying it to be like anything, man. I'm saying it because I want you, all you brethren that watch us, I want you to see, just like, so we already tell you, man, so this city we're preaching in, San Angelo, it's a small city as to where word gets around quick. A lot of the people in the city, man, they know us, bro. They know me and this brother, man, real well. To the point, like, they know who we are, they've seen us, you know? But just look at it, man. It's been me and this Issacharite, man, for the last 4 years, man. They're just proving, we're just bringing that out. We've been out for 4 years. We ain't had one fruit come up, man. We've had maybe three encounters in the last 4 years where a man did come up. He came back one more time, but then we may have caught him do it. Like personally, man, we caught one dude. He came up and they were eating it. But then we see this dude come up again, and then a week later, this brother catches him smoking weed driving by his house. You know, there ain't no fruit up here, man. That's why we're constantly out here rebuking. And we're just letting you know that after all this time, just how scarce it really is, man, because we're out here, look, it's just me and this brother still, man. Our faith is still remaining, though we ain't getting no fruit. You know? It's just us.
Yep. And I'm gonna get there. This is 1 John 4 and 5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them.
Right, and we don't speak of the world. That's why, like we were reading in John, the world does not hear us. Because the world's gonna do what the world wants to do. As the scripture says, let the filthy be filthy. They ain't gonna turn from the wicked ways. They've, like I said in I believe the 14th chapter or 17th chapter of Jeremiah, Israel has said, they said in their minds that there is no hope. But we will go after every wicked thing that we imagine out of our own hearts, because they don't believe in this thing. That's why the scriptures say, "Blessed is he who has not seen but yet believes," because you haven't seen what's about to come, but we believe it all. We believe it with all our heart, Lord willing, man.
Right, it's faith. That's what faith is.
Right,
not seen, but believing in the scriptures and the word, right. Whether it's through terror or through compassion. You know, and that's another thing that brothers, I know a lot of brothers work on it, but you know, we got to work on those two aspects of showing mercy and compassion and getting down, like getting rough on people, you know, rebuking and what have you. But we can't forget that we got to show mercy. You know, not saying showing mercy that they're gonna make it, but you know, you gotta you know. Mainly I'm talking to the brothers that are coming in, you know, that you got to be ready, man, you know, and gird yourself up and get ready, because it's not an easy thing, you know. At first it's rough. It's always going to be rough, but you start becoming more stronger. Your faith and your spirit becomes more strong with you know, they ain't going to be able to sway you. They ain't going to be able to knock you down. You're going to keep doing the work. You're going to keep doing the work. You're going to keep being a doer, not just a hearer anymore.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I got John 15 about the people hating us, and I was
Well, I'm going to finish this. This is Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and speak on it. Well, like the brother was telling you a minute ago, though, it says straight is the gate, but wide is the entrance to death, you know, pretty much. Though, in this truth, it is straight. It's that's why I say if you want to speak on that, because it is straight. But the Most High, He'll open that path up to you to where it become more wide for you, be more durable for you, you know, to where you can endure more. You know, at first it's gonna be straight. It's gonna seem like how can this be done? Because of everything that's going on, everything you gotta go through, what you're going through.